Hello, everybody. Welcome to Volume 3. I hope that you're being blessed with some of these volumes and what we're doing here and what we're trying to make a difference in your life and help you get to the next level of you being and following in your greatness. And the second volume was talking about perception. And today we're going to talk about consistency and being persistent. That is so important. I think more so consistency is definitely important because a lot of times we tend to give up on our dreams and our visions and walking in our greatness because we think it's taking too long. Everything happens in the right time, and some people would say in God's time. And if it's meant for you and this is your greatness, you've got to be persistent. Never stop. Right when you're getting ready to stop, to give up on walking in your greatness, that's when your blessing was just around the corner. Many a days and many a times over the years, I wanted and I felt that, okay, I can't do this by myself. I've even had a whole crew to walk out on me in the midst of having a big show and a big event. And I said, oh, well, I'll make it happen. And people have walked up and said, you know what? I'm coming to volunteer and help you. That's when you know that you're walking in your greatness and being persistent about something. Never stop doing it. Even if you have to go get a part-time job, supply what you know your calling is. Never stop doing it. It took me 20-something years for one event called the Showcase of the South, held at the Rialto Theater here in Atlanta. Over the years, finding new talent, bringing record labels in, doing all of that stuff, being persistent. Every year someone would say to me, you need to maybe pass this year up. And I said, no, we can't pass this year up. Why? Because I felt that if I stopped doing what I knew I was supposed to be doing, I felt that I would be, the next year I would say, okay, we'll pass this year up the next year. So I tried to continue on every year. By being persistent and by keep going and being consistency pays off. And that's what you guys got to understand. I think that a lot of times we'll say, okay, I'm not going to do it this year. I'm going to pass it on and let it go. That's when your blessing was. That year could have been your year to break through. And that's what I want to tell you this volume 3 here is being consistent about everything that you do. Making know that this is where you want to be and knowing how you're not going to give up on your dreams. Sometimes we got to sacrifice and realizing that by being persistent and consistency, it helps you realize that I need to sacrifice what I'm doing. And by doing this consistency does allow you to make it happen. A lot of times you're not going to make a whole lot of money in doing what you're doing. A lot of times you got to do promos, showing people what you've got to do, showing people your advantages of what you can do. But some kind of way you got to make it happen. And that's what I'm saying. If I did it, you can do it also. And that's what you've got to learn. I remember situations where I was in a meeting and I was sharing with people, okay guys, Tailored Entertainment or my team foundation, this is what we plan to do. And people said, well, no, I think that we should wait on this situation. I said, no, why do we have to wait? And they said, well, because everything is not lining up the way we want to. I said, but you know what? We've got a deadline. We've got to make this happen this time. Being consistent, people start making it happen. A lot of times, this is our 21st year for the event called Showcase of the South. Check this out. I've got kids that were 9 and 8 that are now 17, 23, 22 years old, that are over the 21 years that we've been doing this are calling me and saying, hey, I came to your event when I was 9 and 10 and it left a lasting impression on me. And I feel so good. I want to audition. I'm trying to be an entertainer now. I'm trying to sing and dance, and I want to know, do you still have that event going? And we say yes. And they said, I want to be a part of that venue. It is so touching that you make a difference in someone's life because you've had an event or something or whatever your calling is, and you've been consistent about it every single year and everything you do. Even, let's say, cutting hair. If you've been cutting hair, the problem is when people call you, you say, well, no, I'm doing it kind of, sort of, I'm in and out of it. It's about making sure that people know that you've been around. Same thing with my restaurant that I own. The first year was dead. The second year, now it's booming. Why? For some reason, people want to wait around and see if you're going to be around for a while. And that's what is important. Consistency. Now we can't keep them away. Consistency. Now we can't stop people from coming in packed every weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We are crowded. Why? Because people want to sit around and see if you're going to last and see whether you're going to stick around. And what I need you guys to do is show them by being consistent, being persistent, and staying alive in the craft and walking into your greatness, and be consistent because you got the perception on point. You've been consistent about doing what you're doing. You've been sticking around for a while, and people know that you're there, and they can always call you to be photography, to be a barber, or to whatever your calling is. They know that this is someone I can call. Here's the card. Keeping the same number, keeping the same telephone number, keeping an office space, keeping that same area where people know they can reach you. That's what I mean by being consistent at what you're doing. And that's what you've got to do. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Next time, we're going to talk about sacrificing. That's next week. I look forward to seeing you there. Hey, tell a friend about this video, and what we're trying to do is plant a seed in your life. This is volume 3. I look forward to talking to you next week. Hey, be blessed. Peace.